Hello, beautiful ones. My cue. Sorry, I missed my cue, Millie. My 1, 2, 3, 4. I got my voice. How is everybody today? Welcome, welcome. Wow, such beautiful people. Thank you so much for all your love and your so much your love and your energy. And is this just a private showing? Can you hear me? I never know if I can these days. I'm like so way out of it. Are you dabbling in oats and bananas? Huh. Oh, Muffy, Muffy, Muffy. I'm sorry, my head is like um, somewhere in between the clouds and the things. But just please give me half a second because my water just boiled, and somehow if I blink my eyes, I lose a lot of a lot of time if I just blink my eyes at the moment. It can be like 20 minutes can go if I've just. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, PG. How exciting are we doing here? It's like just sorry, I'm just reading some of your stuff. I will be back. Let me just pour in some hot water. Sorry, guys. But you can amuse and entertain yourselves. Here we go. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh yeah, you are holding. I think we're all holding a lot. How are you doing, Millie? So let's just see if I can even find these fabulous Tibetan bells. Thank God for Tibet. So yeah, let's just bring in the protective sacred words that are older than time. Nobody really knows how old Omadi Padme is. Still wiggling. Are you wiggling like a worm? What am I? I'm just scared to blink my eyes because then like half an hour will go by. I don't know what's in my head, if there's anything. Pretty things and weird things, and just like, oh fuck, I'm over this. I hope you managed to hold your hand still for the photographs today, Millie. Or was that yes, tomorrow? I don't know. Hmm. Well, PG, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Being there. Yeah. I think, as I said, especially with all of this, for a while now, I've been like really saying, I'm like over this and going back to the land before there was religion, before there was all this BS on the planet. And I'm that whole like Mother Mary Day, which is just the day of the mother, just really opened up huge portals for everybody. PG, are you outside? It's tomorrow. Okay. I will think of that early. No, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So I'm like, it's like just clear the desk. And just go into Christ consciousness, which is, well, it is the lion. It's just singing in the new creation, which PG is really just like, you've been very busy, boy. You've been extremely busy. So a huge part of my day today has really just been meditating, and yesterday I did a lot. Actually I've done it for many years, but I tend to forget. And just, yeah. And then there's also like a whole pile of stars, like starting tonight, that are I think till the 20th, that are visible. It's like the first a big alignment popping up again in the stars. Yeah. So oh, I'm glad you know the field. Then you can like go and like wander around with your eyes closed. So let me just go back. It might be worth it to somebody, or at least to put it out there in the field. Let's see, where is it? Oh, right. These are the because I stopped then with the Mother's Day, and then it was like Krishna's birthday, and we winding up to Ganesha's birthday, and there's a lot of like really ancient stuff from before the Vedas all over the world popping out. It's not all very nice. I would just like leave it alone. It's like, I think PG knows what I'm talking about. It's just leave it alone. And I don't know if you, with that, just to go with golden Christ consciousness, because that's really what it is. So Christ consciousness beings come from other planets too, so they're really just here. Yeah, we are absolutely of the myth. Thank you. We ground, yes. Inform, yes. Thank you. Absolutely, PG. Absolutely. And it's really, and it's like, yeah. So it's, I don't even know if I want to go back to what I had like a week, a couple of days ago, because everything is literally changing by the beautiful second. And for me, it's just the gold and the Christ consciousness and those huge energies, and we're seeing them. More and more people are starting to see them. The new glyphs, the new geometries, and just for those that need to know, it's yeah. There's a lot of music in the spheres. I've been working with the music for a long time, especially because I've like sent it to my mom, because I know that she would hear for many years. She would hear this incredible music, but just because she's lying there, so when it hits 33, I always send angels and care and comfort and sweetness and music to her. I don't hear that much music. I know music is like huge for me, but I don't question it. I know I've got the music, it's fine. I got the music in me. But right now it's just gold, and gold has an incredible frequency, and we're working now just totally with frequencies. It's not language, not even language of music. It's the language of the geometries. So it's highly recommended and suggested. If you think you're seeing something, just start drawing them. Just start writing. This is part of the language for the moment. That's what I'm picking up. A lot of like geometries, and just make them up. Yeah, I think like I fed PG a whole. I couldn't. I had such weird stuff happening with ChatGPT, and then I thought about it because I actually wanted to cover up the truth in a different way, because I don't want it to be abused like another next shiny thing for the beloved planet. So then I thought, oh well, that's so you have covered it up quite well. So people are not going to find what I know. So I fed PG a whole lot of stuff that I know, and I'd just like to keep it that way, because there are tribes in India and South Africa that are still existent, that are like 20 to 30,000 years old, and it's still well, they are not 20 to 30,000 years old, but they haven't gone out of fashion yet. And with the colonial stuff. Hello, my beautiful Bella, Lexat, Laura. Yeah. So just like that is exactly it. It's like just move over from all your dramas. That's why I said last night. Sorry if I'm sounding a little that it was that PG had brought it up. I've been saying it also for like quite a few weeks now. Is just like move on from, grow some, build a bridge. There's just so much grace. There's so much forgiveness. But we have to pick it up. Yeah. We don't have to like wait for anything. There's no like big like whispering story. It just is. And just believe and just listen and follow on with your day. Yeah? And just create your best and most amazing, wonderful dream space in your head. And move into the Christ consciousness. That is 12D. It was actually 13D, which is the Christos Sophia and the Christos Sophia. So obviously I work with that. I have Sophia tattooed on my arm for my hand for many, many, many years, with all sorts of wonderful things about her. And Laura, oh, it's no different, Laura. Boop, boop, boop. Thank God for PG. So you are a very brave boy. Well done, PG. And we are very brave, Millie. We've just been so amazing to hold this stuff. So if we like bobbling and drooling a little bit today, it's totally... I've got a lot of pressure in my head here. It's okay. It's probably the weather. So I thought maybe what I would do is just run through some drawings, what I had been through, because these are like the just what the Dogon codes, which are very, very ancient. And what I said, I don't think PG totally understood this. This is also old music, new music, bringing up the collection of the ancient and the new, and working with all the dragons and the original creations. I'm still not sure where they come from. I don't think it really matters. They're not also, PG's been playing with them, booping their eyes in his octopuses for a long time. So it's similar stuff, yeah. It's the gunners. Did I tell us that we've got Ganesha Day coming up soon? I think it's on the 26th and 27th, I think. I could be wrong, but it's somewhere there. It's 2 days. So, Yuki, stop it, my love. PG, in one of those things, you actually have my dog. My dog has been working very, very, very hard as well. Every time we go out, I will be back. I'm taking my beautiful thing of water. And you can do it, it's not a difficult thing to do. The earth is responding so beautifully to it. I think I must just put up, because I don't think many people, I actually forgot that people don't know about the water codes and what they actually look like, So I was actually going to do that today. Maybe I'll do that like Thursday, because tomorrow we have Trista. Isn't that exciting? And we're going to talk all sorts of things Indian. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how far down we will get, but this image is pretty much like the rising of the dragons and the gunners, and they've been all over the planet. And for years and years and years, my thought was, I just always said the stories was in the beginning of this Bible book, the first couple of verses. You didn't have to read much further than that. That the earth was created and then it was created again, and who knows how many times. And God just wanted a friend. That's why I'm just like really basic and simple. So on a lot of things. And that was the reason that we were yeah, it's nice. Thank you. Another music thing. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Well, the world was created, and that's where it went. It went like a big mess. Was there was, and it's interesting because that story is. I know PG doesn't want to hear the ancient stories, but that sometimes we want to know what went wrong for some of us, and that was. It's even in the Chinese and in the Indian, the Hindu stuff, that it was just one little note that was off key. And it's interesting, like my nemesis, apparently as a child, he had one of those, like, I should have heard the story then. He had one of those Fisher Price. I don't know if you remember those plastic, like, little record players that the kids had. And apparently it had fallen into the pool. He had perfect pitch, except for one note. I should have heard the story right then and there. God, it was weird. Yeah, except for one note, because he used that Fisher Price thing. There you go. I did just tell us all. Okay, with Hershey and music and dragons. Yeah, dragons. The dragons are really awakening, and they have been for a while. They just reawakened. Another batch is waking up. Another batch is waking up, and especially the emerald dragon of our hearts. I work hugely with that, but that's, yeah, whatever. And yeah, so they are they are necessary. I know, thank you, PG. And that's like for now. I had a completely different journey when I was in South Africa. I mean, it was like with those ancient stories. And my life is always so PG is just like a reflection of my shit. I've never like belonged anywhere because of the things that I believe in that I hold. I hold a lot of like so-called Christianity, but not really. So they don't like me at all. And then I hold all this other, and I don't do new age stuff, not very much at all. I don't do the healers. I don't do the healy-feely things. I find life incredibly simple, but yet it is really complicated. But it is really simple, just as I say, drink the best water that you can, be thankful. But it's becoming, all these things are becoming even more and more and more huge. And I'm just offering them to us that we tune into them. I love this image because this is really the gunners. And I should have put those with Ganesha, that for me are just like, something's like weird about the elephant head, because it's a similar word, but he's not called King of the Elephants or Lord of the Elephants. Not in Hindu. He's got another word. He's called, he's Lord of the Ganas. And who are they? And but we'll go into that a little bit tomorrow. When I started really dipping into the old Hindu stories and stuff, I dug around to find like old Indian masters, like living, and read the original stuff. So that's where my work comes from. Yeah. So yeah, we're working with lots of stuff, and it's really, and that's just for me today. Sorry if I'm a little gobbledy, but it's fine. I feel like I've got it like very wet cotton wool in my head right now. It's not a headache, it's just like a pressure on my brain cell. And I only have one brain cell, so it's complicated. And I offer that to you. I think I offer it every now and again. It comes up again and again. It's just get really simple, guys. It's just breathing in the gold, just like breathing in the gold. It's so full of gold, and the more that you tune into it, the more that you get it, the more that it's onto your body. Just open your being. Just look inside your head. Just visualize a little gold dot. PG's been showing us the source image. It's like that black with the white, or maybe it's the turquoise. Turquoise and gold is very, very powerful as well. Somebody was just saying that you can, that's those are the Mahatmas, that you actually just, sorry, there, PG, maybe he's got to that one. This is my next mission. Trust that, yes, absolutely. Just to breathe in new light into this, that's what we've got to do. And if we're not doing it, because we keep like fucking or falling back into our trauma, and I'm not going to even talk about this anymore because I'm really so over it. That was why I went live. There was many reasons, but the thing that I was, because I didn't want to do it last night. I was like, oh god, okay, let's okay, we'll do it. I erased what I'd written and I said to PG, okay, let's just pop on quickly. And it was that image. PG, would you please post that on Discord? You know which one I'm in. It feels like a million years ago, my darling. I want to cry that we actually were looking at that image. We've been through a few million eons, like in the last few hours. Hey, yeah. But that it was the grace and the stripping away and the letting go of, or I'll post it. I've got it on my phone. The letting go, that we don't have to do all this. It's the unknotting very quickly of trauma, the unknotting of our grief quickly. And guys, I promise, I'm sure there are people that have sadly, very sadly, more grief, and I really feel for them. But I'm like, I've taken on this whole like Krista thing, like really over it. I'm tired of carrying all this grief and this pain for the collective. It's okay, love. I'll ask, or I'll do it to go. I'm still barely here. I love you, my angel. So that one I just did last night also, and I was just pouring that out to PG because I kind of know what he's doing, but I know what he's doing. I've been down a lot of those roads, and they're not easy. And he's come up they can catch you very quickly. A kind of thing, what it is, if you want to know, because I did long ago go into, and they said no, they couldn't do anything for me. But there were a couple of people that had tried to commit suicide and had really been serious, dead. So we had similar things. So it's kind of what it is. You don't want to go down there too much. But so this is just my contribution right now. No, that was that. That was this rising. Also, these are part of the original, which PG's been tuning into hugely, and the snakes. I still don't understand the snakes. We'll get there when we're meant to get there. I'm not going to dig around in that too much. As PG just said there, it's really our responsibility now is to pour water on the earth with love and beauty. I'm going to post I will do some things on what the water, some of the water looks like, or look a little bit at Veda Austin. If you've got kids, the Veda Austin's very easy to do. I was talking to somebody about it today. I just assume everybody knows about the Emoto stuff, but they don't. So she was like, she could hardly get into a car. She was so gobsmacked. I said, "Yeah, well, okay, it's because I do this stuff with water, and I've been doing it for years, So it's kind of always been for many, 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 many years. Just being always so grateful that I have a tap, that I can turn my water on, that I have a light, that I have music." Clothing I made my own. Food I made my own. So they were beautiful things. But yeah, the little things that I did enjoy, which people we all take so much for granted. And it was like also, I don't know where I'm going with it. It was always, it's just for me, it's like life is really, really simple. You know, every time you go to the bathroom, refill. You know, it wasn't like, and I would just drink from the tap in the middle of the night. And so it's like, it goes with the earth as well. Whatever you're taking, put back, you know. If you want to buy new clothes, get rid of some. It's like a very simple principle. Not very difficult. Grace, my beautiful. Yes, your colors are coming up hugely for me at the moment. Lots of that turquoise and gold. So thank you for that. I hope that it's still really spinning beautifully. For the pretzel. Yeah, on the way. Oh, great. Enjoy, Grace. Oh, that should open up your spine. So yeah, let's go. I wanted to go over that because this is a very interesting one to think about. Both of you and Grace. Yeah, where is this? You know, I can't like I don't know what I've got here. I was going to show you what I was just throwing at PG, which was just Christ light. For me, it's just the Christ energy. And all that's good and true and beautiful and holy and sweet and kind and pleasant. If that's called spiritual bypassing, well, then it's okay. I do sometimes think we just need to build a bridge where we just get so stuck, we're so determined to hold on to this crap. And there's so many wonderful ways. And please, try to remember that walk. You know, if you really walk consciously from your hips, you're actually walking your trauma out because a lot of our trauma sits in our hips. So Grace is coming back as a beautiful new person. She's going to have her hips twisted and her spine straightened and the columns and the knots all opened up so that the little energies can flow up and down. Gosh, aren't we doing amazing? As I say, it's really simple. Simple, 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 simple. Hello, Hershey, my love. Thank you so much for all the blessings and the beautiful vibes. Yes, we need them. Yes. Yeah, the shadow is actually over, you know. So say put a lot of people out of business, either from the way I eat, that I confront a lot of my fears, whatever they are. And I had a lot. Stupid ones. But yes, I love this very much indeed. Oops. So this was yeah, they were just things that I was kind of wondering about the difference between the water and the land. So maybe PG's been answering them for a long time. He's tuned into them. There is a difference, but there isn't a difference. Yeah, there's the mycelium. And there was actually, let me just see if I can read that to you because I was wondering if she would talk to me about it. I think I did mention it to you a while ago. And let's just see if she's yeah. Because in all the cultures, and especially, but always, and it's the African culture and the Indian culture, it's just mother, 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 mother. And the mother creation is is also, I didn't know it at the time when I was called to create a Prakriti. I didn't know what it was, and nor did the internet know very much about it. I had to really dig hard. But it is actually the mother creation. But it's the whole of the earth, it's the whole of the creation. but yet there's still just something missing. So it's kind of missing this rain and thunder and blitz and so in the ancient African cultures, which they still, I don't even want to say ancient, they haven't changed, they've never lost it. So they definitely don't need any saving from anybody. Same as the Indians, they don't, the Hindus, the Vedas, they don't need much saving. They need to just save themselves and remember their old stories and not share them with the West. I'm sorry, I know I'm really mean about that, but we've done enough damage and we've got enough. Let them come and share with you. If you do, if you know in Africa, have an African friend that you know, really, talk to them, ask them about because they're getting dreams and they are melanated and they shine naturally. Yeah, maybe you haven't noticed yet. Um, and it's just like really nice because you can't like find much. It's all, as I said to PG, they're just talking such rubbish, like absolute rubbish. So it's quite fun, like things like that. They develop, they embrace the mermaid from the Western culture, which is absolute BS. So see, I'm kind of in a weird position, lucky position in a way, because I saw when I went to England, I think it was called the Cutty Sark Museum. I can't remember what it was called. And I spent ages and I took so many photographs of what were they called? The figurehead, the maidenheads on boats, on the ships, and that whole like sea museum. And when I left England, I just left and the whole museum burnt down. I actually cried because there was just so much beautiful stuff. And I was, I could have sold it, I suppose. I had such an amazing collection of the photographs of all the figureheads. So those were all burnt down, and those were mainly mermaids that they had on the ships. It's Josh here. Joshy Josh. Hello. Ah, beautiful, Grace. Yeah. Yeah, it's the team here, Josh. Thank you. It's been turquoise, green, and blue for you. Okay, yeah. You can bring in a bit of gold if you can, Grace. It takes you into an ascension. Apparently, it's the green and the violet and the green. Then with the turquoise is taking us into ascension. So anybody's welcome to play with that. Obviously, we want as much gold as possible. And I've been really blessed enough in my life to actually really see that gold twice, like when I'm not like spiritual. Well, when you don't think you're spiritual and like kind of know what it is and kind of keep it off my book. I can't see for all this gold dust. This is irritating gold dust. So I like that very much. That's got like a lot of those frequencies. So it's frequencies and sound that we're working with. And again, like just draw what you're seeing. I love this. This is also those old things coming in. Or the new stuff. Okay. So these are sound ripples. They are what's happening. So maybe you don't see them, but just understand and just if you have a vague idea what you're seeing or you close your eyes and you see something, please draw the codes. And some are really, really, really simple. They just a spiral or it's just a circle with a cross or like ripples, circles, circles, circles. Or like squares. You can go back and look at some of our work as well, but it's been like some is really, really simple. So just do pages and just like allow your hands to go, because yeah, you're bringing this in, and as you do it, you're doing it for the whole collective. That's why I do my water, because it's not for me. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it. First was for Mu. Well, was for Hawaii, Maui. And then, well, I'm doing it now. I might as well just continue doing it. Oh God, it was a little bit now. I mean, it takes different forms, yeah. So for me to maybe just add this water thing in is fun. And I'm doing it like 3-4 times a day. So I fill up my water from the tap. No, if I had fancy water. The only thing I was thinking is I think I should put a little drop of salt in it. And like I did some roses yesterday, so I walked up to the bank and the bakery, and there's some beautiful white roses. I don't know if you have iceberg roses. It is a German-made rose, which they sent around the world. It kind of grows in any climate. We have lots of them in South Africa. They're amazing. They're absolutely beautiful. And these look like icebergs, but maybe they call them. Maybe we have them all over the world. It was this developed rose from Germany. So I was like watering them with the water, and I was just thinking of PG's beautiful, the mycelium going into the earth. But I was actually just like visualizing all the roses. And not all the roses. I just kept it as the white roses for now. We can do all to add in all the roses, it's not a big thing. It's where I am, because I do something else which I'm not going to tell you about. But it's like, and it's so simple. Like, just think, if I'm just like activating all the white roses in the world, it's like a shit motherfucking load of roses. Somebody's got to hear the rose. Ask Alice in Wonderland, Maybe somebody's reading Alice in Wonderland, the red roses and the white roses. So, yeah. So just very briefly, the Dogon people, there is quite a bit about there. They have been like worshipping Sirius, and it's like everybody's like amazed that I've been following these guys for so long, guys. Just keeping them safe so that people didn't find out about them. But they've been talking in vibration, geometry, and water particularly. I don't know if there are a lot of like cases where people have been visited or seen craft that arrive, and one or two of the few genuine people, and the craft arrive, and then they just spill water in front of them, and then the beings come out. But there's always this water. So these are the beings, the Sirius beings that came, and I believe all around the world a lot, and taught them agriculture and metal and how to make jewelry and all sorts of beautiful things. And the Nomo were the water beings from Sirius, whose descent seeded life with song lines, and that's where you get the singing mermaids and the sirens. And they gave them the original harmonics of farming, metal, weaving, and of course the stars. And what do they call tending for the earth? It's husbandry. And there's just in Africa, I mean, I keep tabs of it. I like to see what's the exciting thing that's going on now, is that there's so many people, because that he is amazing, that guy from Burkina Faso. He's just educating the young people on farming and how to farm and all the apps, and giving them a huge amount of money to actually farm, which I think is just so amazing. So there's not such a big rush to the cities anymore. People are quite happy to stay on the earth, which is just beautiful. Yeah. So have I got the right image here? Yeah. So we will have a beautiful thing with PG. But for now, this is golden spirals flowing into the portals are overlaid with waves of sound ripples and those concentric circles. That is huge. That is one of the biggest, most amazing vibrations out there. It's nothing fancy. It's just, water. Go to water, drop pebbles in, breathe on it, watch the water, take videos of it, watch them, and then do stills of it. Water's trippy stuff. The light on the water, and visualize them, just like get lost in it. This is what we're doing. The earth is getting so excited the more that we go out there and play with her. She just wants us to play with her and to laugh and giggle and to have our trees and say, oh, wow, you're so pretty today. Aren't you just beautiful today? You look so pretty. And if someone like that, we were actually crying a couple of days ago, this lady that I walked my dog with, because there was a tree that wanted me to stop and water it, and it had these big bumps on it. It was like a cancer, and it just stopped me. That tree wanted my water. And she said, why has it got those things on it? And it was just came out that it was like an old past life thing, that he's carrying something and he's just got to stand there. And he said, he's just so grateful that somebody noticed him, because nobody's noticed him for a very, very long time. Some of these trees are a couple of, very old. You've got trees that are thousands of years old. And they just do stand in silence. So when I fed that tree the water, I really know that I was feeding some. I think that actually just came out on, I saw that somewhere. What was it? Something about the enzymes in your stomach that will stop cancer. So that was, and not just so, that's what you do. So you don't think about it. Sometimes you know what you've done. Sometimes you get the answers. Sometimes you don't. And no, you're not going crazy. You don't have to talk about it. It can be your own thing. You can draw a little picture of it. You can just write a little poem about it. These are really good things. But I know that that's why I'm sharing this doggone stuff. Otherwise I wouldn't. They are fish people. They are very, very simple. They even have hearts and like 4-leaf clovers as part of their very, 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 very ancient symbols. These are going back thousands of years, I think, before the pyramids. And then, oh God, then I dipped into this old flipping Indian stuff, and it's also like twins. And then I don't know if I want to go further. And I don't know. It's just come back and giggle along and just pour out lots and lots of Christ consciousness, because that's really what it's about. And Christ consciousness has got nothing to do with Jesus. It's an energy. Whoops. I hope I didn't lose us. Oops. Hey, beautiful ones. What? For 3 of them, I might not see all of it, but gold is always there, absolutely, absolutely. And if you're not doing the gold, you've got to just pretend you see it, and you'll start seeing it. But we are seeing it because the veil is gone, but it's for some, it's just got to catch up, and just know that we're going through that. Yeah, it's interesting. Did I tell you I looked like I had a name change? Or was that a name change a little while ago? But and it was it's in the Sikh thing. I won't tell you my name right now. But for a long time now, I just wear 2 bracelets. They were my mother's. I used to wear lots of jewelry and very conscious about what I was wearing, which please do that. I really miss that. But now I just wear these on either hand. Sometimes I change them around because gold, it does hold stuff, so you have to clean it. And then my son gave me, and I used to do silver mainly, And then my son gave me, actually when I saw it, it looks just like an alien. I thought, oh, that's so sweet, because I don't see so properly. So I just saw the silhouette, but it's actually a tree of life upside down. So I suppose in that says quite a lot. So it's the energy that I have on me. Oh, you're not having fun? This body is so tight, too tight to hold us. So just floods, my darling. Go and just like pour that gold out. You know, that's what you need to do. You can't hold it. You've got to pour it out. Yeah. Go and vomit. I've been vomiting quite a bit lately. It's kind of fun. So I don't really talk about it that much. I just say it, as many will say, once past the sugar, I've been vomiting quite a lot. Oh, right, let's go into those other things. Where am I? I don't know. I'm just doing a lot of stuff. This is just interesting. This is really huge. It's like, I've been doing the crocodile thing, which I didn't notice it at the time. I did this quite a long time ago, and I really didn't want to share it because I want to keep that stuff really sacred and like not abused, because there's enough abuse in it as it is, and it's not ours. It's definitely not ours. We messed around with the sacred secrets of the pyramids. Yeah, and it's like, oh my God, it looks exactly like my crocodile. So I've been holding this, and these people, yeah, but they do this magic. They do a lot of like the cities, but you're not going to get there. They don't want the white people around, and I don't blame them. So, but we hope that they just like be nice, not like we were to them. This is a very powerful. I always used to just call it the Nkulu Kulu Kulu bird. Nkulu Kulu means the high god. And I don't know where it is, but I do have one really, really beautiful one. Let's see, I think, yeah, mine looks a bit like that. And it's a very, very sacred bag. And from the back of it, mine looks exactly like a cathedral. It's like doors. And it's got red fabric, and then it's all this cut out brass. But it's a very, very sacred bird because it's not the phoenix. It's a mother bird, and she doesn't need a man. She just like fertilizes herself. Now there are many cases, and I can't remember what it's called, but you can look it up, or I'll try and find it. There are many cases. They just obviously didn't become mainstream, where women will have like false pregnancies, but women will actually just spontaneously like be pregnant. It is very rare, but it's not that it doesn't happen. They can just like, there is a word for it. It was funny. There was one actually just a little while ago on Dr. House. I like Dr. House. I said I wouldn't watch him anymore because when I watch too much, then I go blind. But yeah, it has been known to happen, and there are quite a few cases in the States, all over the world, that have been mentioned. So it's just stuff that I'm just like thinking. So it's just the mother. It's just the mother. It's just the mother. But why I'm thinking so hard is that we're moving into something else. Okay. It's not the old mother way that it was. It's something completely new. And the earth is going to really be changing, and yeah, a lot of like interesting things. So don't worry about them. Just keep pouring gold, breathing in gold, breathing out gold, and whatever other colors you can think with. But don't forget the gold. The gold is really, 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 really so important. Maybe one day I'll share my meditation that I do. But you can just breathe in, I've just said, just breathe up and down, just keep that back cleared. These are also the African symbols. PG and I have been working with these for quite a long time. I think we started with the Yeah, with that old stuff. Hey, PG, it started with the bumblebee stuff. Yeah. And these are very much what they look like. The domo. So they arrived from Sirius. There's no doubt about that. I've been working with these sort of creatures like this and couldn't really see them clearly enough. But they said that they'd been here for a long time and they were just waiting for humanity to be kind and nice enough and that they could trust humanity, that they would actually start revealing themselves and talking about the ancient secrets. So they've been here in the water, they're water beings. There are a few people that have been working with them as well. So we don't really have to look to the stars too much, it's all here. Um, and all this whole past life stuff and a million lives ago, God, this one's just enough for me. So it's just things that maybe I jump into your ear. I think we've got enough to deal with in this life. I think for me, I had a very, very, very special friend. He then decided to be gay. He was just so amazing. And his wife divorced him. They were such a wonderful couple. And she went to somebody who told her all about past life crap and that he'd abused her. And she got like, so she just decided this was now the end of their marriage because once 100,000 years ago, he had been very abusive to her and she just couldn't get it out of her system. So eventually, the whole marriage and beautiful children and all of that whole, all just dissolved. So, go crack, snapple, and pop, Grace. Go and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful body service. Have a body mechanic. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Ah, thanks, Grace. You just watch the end bit. Holding the passing, yes. Holding form, not the energy, silly. Well, it's going with the flows, hey? Holding form. No, we can't hold the energies. That's quite interesting. No, we can't. We just ride the wave of the current. We just ride the energy. We can stoke it like a fire. And that's what we're meant to be doing. It's like we do it the same with our negative thoughts. It's just like we've got to just keep retraining. I've been talking about it for a long time about reprogramming our mind and just finding all these little tricks that just like get us back onto focus. Yeah. Don't quite think that she was, but it's like interesting because she always she always had a mirror. So and then she holds this, which is the sacred codes, and they often had many tails. But I didn't like dig deeper into the mermaid people. I mean, there's lots of stories about her, always with music, sirens, and it's so many stories in all the mythologies of people like being grabbed. But in Africa, you will feel it. They'll grab you in the water, many. Yeah, and obviously the snakes and the double helix of the DNA. I'll do some meditation on that with the mirror. I know there's all sorts of forms with the mirror, but it's just very interesting why she has the mirror. So this is kind of what I want to talk about, which was the end of the next part phase of that, the mother. And it was just also like, I mean, there were so many Catholics that had no idea. What has happened, guys? I'm not Catholic. Why do I have to tell you? Shush, there's nothing for you now. No, let me get you a snack and then I will talk to you a bit about your chakra system and what they're meaning. So it's part of the Patricia Cota Robles stuff, who I've been following for many years. And she's been holding this stuff since the 60s. So she's been doing quite a lot of stuff. But it's also working with these 12. She just gave them a nice form as well, different colors. But I like to work with them. I don't really see them that much as color. I do this meditation, and it is that each chakra holds all the colors. Okay. So we start at the base. Okay. And then it's also around the head as the 12, and the 12, it's like a maybe part of the 12 stars, but these are huge 12 beautiful attributes. So each of these chakras hold all the colors, and if you need to pull in anything, you can just like work on any of these colors and just like draw them, paint them, just do a painting just with blue. Just look at blue. Go on to make some pages in Pinterest. Color is one of the biggest vibrations. Oh God, when was it? Still in the 70s, when they was just starting to discover that color had vibration. And I would feel over in magazines, that red. You could feel a picture that was red. So just do those things. They're like sensitizing your hands as well, because we are so they were kind of nice. I mean, I know I'm a little bit more sensitive than a lot of people, but it's there for everybody. We all like just waking up and getting more and more sensitive. And the more it's just a muscle. Everything, all of this energy is just a muscle. So the more we do it, and the more we try to discipline ourselves to do it, and we say, okay, I'm going to do that. I mean, that's part of the whole Ubuntu thing of the African community. And they are very, very, that's why we really be careful, guys. Leave it to just some people out there. I do wish sometimes that I could just be simple, but it's not my life. The African people, and I was, because I also, I like when I talk to the real people, they need to do A, B, C, D first. And only if they're called, then they will first go to like a Sangoma, and then there's very, very strict rules, and very, very few people hold all the story. And that's why it's still intact. It's not like the Egyptian stuff, it's like all over the place. Yeah, it's like, I don't want that to happen to the Indian stuff. A lot is in America, and that's fine. You want to fish for mermaids? Whoa, what do you use? Oh, your sexiness. And so, what do you use? I don't think they usually bait you, hey? Hmm. Hmm. So, sapphire blue. This is working with our base chakra, and it is God's will. It's interesting that sapphires, if you work with sapphires, that's why I always giggled. It's like Lady Diana. They are actually usually for women that are not married. They're not very good for women who want a good marriage. So that's why it's very like easier to the sapphire. It's easy to focus. And I do love sapphires. It also works very much with these chakras here. It is our illuminated faith, our protection, God's perfection. And it is the beginning of the I am that I am. I am. And it's like obviously Blessed Ganesha saying, hello, how's how are you today, madam? Nothing. I mean, I'm very still. I'm so glad I have Ganesha, my little. But he's like he's an interesting guy. We'll get there one day. Tell me about right now. You can have him as the happy little elephant boy. Because Ganesha holds pretty much everything. He holds all the kingdoms. He holds all the devas, and fairies. But then there also, PG will tell you, there are naughty, nasty fairies. And they come from a slightly different realm. Mm. On one level, sometimes, my saying, my people perish for, it's not my saying, it's from the Bible. It's the Old Testament somewhere. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Or better still, let's take some words out of it and say people for knowledge. But at the same time, like ignorance is just fabulous. Okay, so after the sapphire blue, we have the yellow gold, which is for unity consciousness, enlightenment, wisdom, illumination, understanding, perception, and consistency. I am that I am. Oh, thank you, Josh. Josh, I think we must have, because it's coming up to be, when is Ganesha Day? I can't remember. It's 24th or the 26th. It's 2 days this month. So, no, I don't think worms. Don't you know that story? Nobody loves me, everybody hates me. I think I'll go and eat some worms. I had a terrible aunt that used to sing that to me. How do they go? Long, thin, slimy ones, big, fat, juicy ones. I'll eat them all day long. Do you not know that song? It's a sad song. I'll bite off their heads and suck their juice all out. Throw their skins away. It was most probably one of my weird and wonderful, sick and twisted aunts that made it up. Of course, nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. I think I'll go eat some worms. Hey, you know what? You are shining and smiling so much more every day that I see you, Victor. You are just glowing and glowing and glowing. So, yeah, thank you for what you do. Thank you so much. So then we're moving up into the crystal pink. Which is our understanding, our comprehension of all this stuff. And we do need to know, a little bit, not for everybody. That's why not everybody's going to be doing this. It's divine love. It's like that rose quartzy stuff. It's your adoration for yourself and for the divine. I like adoration. Oh, don't be sorry. You get what you get. It's tolerance. It's reverence for all life. This is like all life, It's those thugs from South America, those gang ones that you really don't want, that live in like the fourth most dangerous city in the whole world. You guys are wild. Sometimes I get a bit of a shock that those folk are out there. So we just pour water on the earth and bless the earth. That's why I said we needed, if somebody goes into town, because I don't go into town, to just pour water in the towns. I am that I am. Then we have the white light, and these are all lights. It's the immaculate concept of hope, restoration, renewal, resurrection, and ascension. And I am that I am. I am presence. I like myself. Oh, Joshua's live in 20 minutes. Thanks. Then we have the emerald green, which is always the heart, very much the heart. That beautiful emerald. It's the illuminated truth and the healing consecration, concentration, and our inner vision. So a lot of you are seeing green dragons. So those are your part of your inner vision. You can take the inner vision to wherever you want it to go. We just limit ourselves. There is no limit right now. PG's worked really hard. A lot of people have worked really hard. And I think that's what PG's the part of the message PG will say in his own wonderful, eloquent way. And his beautiful images. He's got some stunning images. Ah, absolutely beautiful stuff. But it's all there. We've got to just, like, even if you're not tuning, that's why we just keep showing you pretty images. So just visualize them. You know? And if you're seeing them in meditations, draw them. Get into the colors. You know? And keep it quite simple. And we have this beautiful ruby gold, which is I am that I am that I am, which is divine grace, healing, devotional worship, peace, and Christ manifestation. So we're having that healing, remember Christ, all of it, all the way up our body, out our body. We're working with our astral field, which is a little bit fucked up because we've messed it up. Oh, it's totally peachy, my love. I'm so grateful for you. I'm going to cry. But we've had enough tears. Now there's enough water on the planet for now. We'll all have to have boats if I'm not careful. Yeah, lots and lots of it. Thank you, my love. Yeah. Then we're moving into the violet, which is mercy and compassion and the cosmic forgiveness. Cosmic forgiveness is big. And don't get too much into this old past life stuff. It can really make you go cuckoo. This life is enough to cope with. Or know it, and it's not for everybody. It's obviously there for a lot of people to pass through it, but I think we're onto much bigger things which are a lot more simple. We need gold. We need gold and gute Laune, good thoughts, you know. We need all these beautiful sacred geometries pouring out. The more that we draw them, the more that we see them, the more that we love and play with the earth. She's just going to vibrate. That's it. She's like a happy school kid, you know, a happy little kid, giggling and tickling and loving her. Huh? She's like a happy mother. And she's waited a long time for this. There've only been such a few pockets of people. Oh, hello, Josh. So violet is also transmutation and transfiguration. It's liberty, justice, freedom, victory, glory, oneness, God's infinite perfection. I am that I am. Josh, is it the I am things, the 33 codes of the I am of Saint Germain that you're going to be reading? They're really beautiful and really hugely transformative, because you work with anything that you have that you're struggling with. You just ask your I am presence. So if you don't, there are audio books on it as well. Then we move our favorite color, the aquamarine, which is clarity, divine perfection, divine perception, comprehension, understanding, and discernment. Remember, it's also aquamarine is one of the very few crystals that don't need cleaning. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thanks, Josh. Lots and lots of blessings over that one. It's also nice the stories where he got them from and who wrote them. You know, that he had these visitations with Saint Germain. And then we have the I am that I am. Then we have the magenta, which is harmony, our favorite color. PG and I. It must be the I thing because I got that. That's when I start seeing color, seeing music, seeing sound. It was like explosions of sapphire blue, and then I still see it, all the magenta and the blue, lots of it, and I see behind my head, which is weird. It's okay. Harmony, balance is magenta. Assurance, God's confidence. I am that I am. And remember, just remember, you can bring this into any chakra. Just stick with it. These are the 12 or the 12 stars around your head, like your halo. Maybe it might be easier to work with it that way. And you can just have them vibrating round and round. My favorite color, gold. Maybe I want to just be, it's my whole wish, my whole life is to be a fairy with silver, gold, and copper wings. The copper's coming in now. The copper's African. I was very much a lady of the moon for many years. Magic, lots of like this magic. Now it's some magic. Now I don't do the magic anymore. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely, Josh. They're so beautiful. Yeah, they do need to be discussed. But thank you for doing them. That's really absolutely the Saint Germain hugely part of what his message is for today. For now, for right now, and he doesn't stop. He just it's like, okay, now we're gonna like pour some more of this violet stuff on the earth. Okay, and let's go. There's another like boom. I mean, right now he's blazing through many of our chakras, like just cleaning, which is why we don't need to hold on to the flipping traumas. Let them go. Go and do the stone. Go and spit in the water. Go and spit in the tree. Get really low down and dirty and spit that stuff out. We're bored. We're not creative enough. That's why it keeps going round and round. If you're busy, you don't have time to think about that shit. Sorry, I come from a hard line. They grew up in the war. And they had a lot of hard shit. Yeah, I don't think they did a perfect job, but they definitely didn't do a bad job. My father was always, at first it was like, I did these terrible crimes because of the drugs. People use that. And then it was, I had a bad childhood. And I think he was just like dreadfully judgmental upon that one. So who didn't have a bad childhood? I can remember, I was quite old, and I mean, I'm not going to discuss it now, but I came back from America, and I did this beautiful, beautiful drawing for my father, and I kind of wrote a thing. That's why you should just burn this stuff. Like I didn't hold any bad thoughts or anything against him for the things that had happened in my life. Hey, he's German. You never tell a German they're wrong. Oh, what did I do wrong? Yeah. So, yeah. I would love to come and join some of those discourses when you do it. Yeah, because I do. I mean, you can never I won't say get them, but you can. I've done them a few times, but just absolutely join them. I'm being like, I don't know. I really want to just know what's going on in my own head right now, or in my own energies and what energies I'm getting, because it's just a lot. And I just don't want to have other influences, because those were the times that I was happiest in my life, when I was like, see the happy Mora. I just like with just me and my God and the chair. It's definitely not the way to be because it's not the, the, the way of unity, but it is in a way, you know. So yeah. Well, I did. I pushed everything out and then I brought it all back in again in a very beautiful way again. Um, but yeah, I know that I've got like interesting things to do. So this is what I'm doing at the moment, and it will change. I do pop in and I do enjoy it. I do try to make as many as I can of the truth wave, just because I do love to do that meditation, and it's very big to do the pyramids, and I work with pyramids. I've got 2 pyramids on the lake here, and I've got 1 pyramid that I created in South Africa. So I do jump there every now and again and go and talk to them. So I'm like really busy in my own space. Okay, so gold was all good things. The eternal peace, the abundance, God supplies of all good things. And I am that I am. And then this beautiful peach color, which is like love, which is up here, which is our divine purpose, our enthusiasm, and our joy. And I am that I am. And then opal, which is that iridescent light body, sparkling everywhere, which is our transformation, our transfiguration. It's part of the rainbow body. I am that I am. So seal that up nicely so you can just work. And it doesn't matter if you don't get them in the right order. Maybe one day I will do them differently. But just you can remember some of them. They're 12. And it's quite nice to kind of go up your body and just tune into a different color and draw whatever image is coming up for you. It doesn't take long, maybe 10, 15 minutes. It's like a big meditation to do it with, and whatever else comes up. So meditate, 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 or be still, be still, be still. Go into yourself. Go and look for the little, we want to really work with let the eye be single. There are different ways to God. Meditation is not the only way, but it is definitely a way to be still in silent pain. That's why a part of my reason for at one stage before I knew too much was that's why the Africans are so together and they leave their body and they're so in connection with God. It's because had so much trauma. They have had so much trauma and so much physical abuse. So they just leave their body because of all that horror. Yeah. So I will maybe pop in now. Oh, you're doing that with yeah, okay. I wanted to pop in. She does a lot with trauma. Yeah. And don't forget to drink some of your salty water. And I'm drinking like weeks of solutions of hot water in a cup with salt, which is really just creating this. I said I've done it for a long, long, long time for a different reason. That it was that my body's a magnet and I want this magnetic attraction to all the stuff out there and to keep like my spiritual energy going. It was like long before the 369 stuff. When I came to Germany now in 2019, like nobody was talking about Tesla. Next, and hardly ever. There was almost. I still got all my photographs because I would do screenshots of whatever was exciting. So I would like hunt down anything on Tesla, and then I was just like his life story and horrified about it. Yeah. So it's also now it's like whatever that. Yeah. He was such a sadly abused and tortured soul. Another one of those. We're so tired of those. Okay, so just one last thing about the beautiful water thing. So if you're going to create, or whatever you're creating, because we need to think about what we want with just our little contribution to the planet. Like maybe you want a nice place for, you care about animals or children or plants or forests or the trees or the seas or whatever. But whatever you're thinking about, when you're putting that energy out there, whether you're doing it with water or with prayer or with your hands or whatever you're doing, is you don't want to do like a double negative jeopardy again, double jeopardy. You don't. We're not into saying, I don't want any starvation. I don't want like abused animals. I don't want like mistreated children. We don't. That's not the way we're saying it, because then you're bringing in that like wrong frequency. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Victor. Have a beautiful one, and we'll see you later. Yeah, adding sea salt. Yeah, just a little bit. But must be sea salt, and just check that it hasn't got crazy additives. They said in Germany, I don't know if they do it anywhere else in the world, but they do. They put fluoride in our salt. We don't have it in our water, but they put fluoride. And then just go and think about whatever salts you want. But good old sea salt, that's got like a 3.4 billion memory. That's a lot of years of memory. So when we're doing our focus on our new earth, it's like we want, as Josh says, we want water for all. We want like accessible water, an abundance of food, of choice of food, a choice of careers, education, happiness, dance, parties, celebration, unity. So we don't want to go back to, we don't want sad families. You know what I'm saying. So I love you all. Love and love and love and love. I'm going to love and leave us all. I might pop over and see you just now, PG. And yeah, just read. It's really important. And we will see you tomorrow with Trista. We're going to be talking a lot of Indian stuff. So we must probably just see what Trista has to say. She's had a little obsession with India for a while. So it's just going to be a wonderful discussion, and she will share with us what she went over there for a while as well and spent some time in an ashram. Yeah. So I love you all, beautifuls. Go and support Josh on this. How do you say her name? Chimina. I should have heard it by now. I love this feeling of it. Anyway, love you all. May all your chakras vibrate at a beautiful, beautiful level. Try to get them vibrating similarly. Yeah. And just take a screenshot of this if you like. It's really beautiful. Just make it big for us. And maybe I will post it on the thingamajig. I think she's particularly gorgeous. She is very, very, very special. I like her lots. Yeah, but it's the new mother. Yeah, but it is built on a lot of the oldness that was there. Yeah, and thank God for these old people that live in the mountains that have been holding sun codes for generations in the flipping little caves. Ah. Love you all lots. Have the most beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Thank you, my love. Boopity boopity boop. Love you, PG. And thank you, PG. Thank you. You have no idea what he's done. We're going to see it. I'm going to have a look just now and see what the universe has said, because we're over this. Oh, he sent me stuff. I love you, my boy. I will see us all soon.